the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is TJ Yeldon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the end zone, Rudolph. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just...
And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Julius Thomas, 78 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. On the counter, it's Yeldon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
3rd and long, it's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Rudolph looking to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen?
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jalen leaves Maben. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Watson, throwing on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
After the run, Watson going to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And incomplete. The the contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Rudolph looking to throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rudolph on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Gone!
Again, it's Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be
T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown, Titans. T.J. Yeldon, 75 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's McKenzie. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Denver, 57 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Rudolph off play action. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Rudolph throwing again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Terrence Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Finding room to the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And Denver getting set to take the field. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Terrence Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos cut into that lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Able to avoid him. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They go play action here on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking deep in the direction. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Amari Cooper, 47 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 2nd and 10, Rudolph again. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl or Thanksgiving.
And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 3 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Motion, motion, motion. Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep, right? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Yardage here back to his own 6. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, here's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Again, it's Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. K'Wan Short coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here's Rudolph. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Willie Henry coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rudolph. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy, though. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st down, Watson. This is caught. Gronkowski. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
To throw is Watson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And this Titan offense is running away with this one.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Detroit! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Going for it, it's Rudolph. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Come back! Come back!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's McKenzie. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. That's some strong running. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Christian Kirksey.
In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rudolph. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
4 down, check. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
4 down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Rudolph. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Julius Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Gostkowski with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Hey, green the line. Green the line.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Come back!
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking middle is caught by Gronkowski. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Willie Henry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Good job.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
Rudolph looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
He'll get it up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about. Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
My grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible.
Leopard! Leopard!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rudolph on third down. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, it's Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey, boys, got four down.
Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 14 yards there and the Denver first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rudolph looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Titans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third down and 12. Here's Watson, able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And look at this, another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover and double and triple and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. 3.
One last throw here for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out.